Hey, good morning, everyone. I hope you're starting your week off right with some morning routines that help maximize your potential. This Monday, I need to take care of a few things. Unfortunately, I got hit with some fraud in my account this weekend and have to go to the bank here shortly and get that straightened out, along with some other bank related stuff, and then go to work and pay everybody for last week and just check on the biz, see how things are going. Aside from that, I woke up and did my morning routine and did some reading. Got through most of chapter 9. And the title of chapter 9 is If Old Memories Still Upset You, Write Them Down Carefully and Completely. And then it goes on to talk about his experiences in his clinical practice of being a psychologist and a couple of his clients that he had seen that had different situations at hand, but they were like traumatic accounts from their past that plagued them in the present, and like loss of sleep and like night convulsions and like little things like that, which really aren't little things, but basically what he had learned and what had helped the uh, patients was doing exactly that, reliving the experience and recounting all the details of it. But um, in one of the cases, she was a young child and remembered the account vividly all the way through her life until she was in her late 20s. And then when she spoke with Dr. Peterson, he got her to like recount the experience, but from an adult's perspective, in which gave her the understanding that the account wasn't as, uh, I guess, not to say the account was not light by any means or problematic, but it wasn't like done in a malicious way per se, because her perpetrator was her. She was 4 years old and her cousin was 6 years old, and so they were just little kids. And uh, not saying that it's right, but it's just, when you get older, you realize that kids aren't put together well enough to really be uh, acting in an evil way. I think they're probably just more or less unwatched, unparented kids that were being curious potentially. But anyway, that uh, reflection in a later time in her life allowed her to see the experience in a different light, to make it less traumatic and to actually lessen the weight that it carried in her present life, causing less angst and issues and eventually absolving her problem. So it's kind of interesting how we might think that one account at some specific time means one thing in particular, but in reality, sometimes just like art can be perceived one way or another at different times. Uh, Life itself has different meanings at different times for the things that happen to us and that we do in our life. Like, even if we do harm to somebody else or hurt somebody, or, we have negative emotions carried from our past actions. The trick is to learn from them and to recount them so that way we can avoid them and not repeat them, either those actions done to us or the actions that we do to others. So I don't know. There's just a lot of depth to the writings that Jordan Peterson uh, puts down, but yeah, it's just really enlightening and get you thinking about your past and the things that plague you, and trying to uh, work through the traumas of the past to not relive them and to avoid the hardships and those around you by maybe teaching them what you've learned along the way and how to avoid or even point out when things are going awry in yourself or in others. how to communicate or fix the problem or even stop the issue sooner rather than later. So anyway, yeah, those are just some thoughts on what I read and what I think about it. It's obviously more complex than that, but uh, difficult to elaborate on sometimes. But anyway, what else do I have going on today? Workout, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So we got workout later. Get to look forward to that. We've been having some pretty good workouts lately, and I've been noticing some change in my body. Finally, like seems like for a long time you just don't really notice the changes, but starting to notice them. I noticed it on the scale too. I'm like just now getting below 250 from over 270, which it's kind of plateaued, but I'd probably just have to work harder maybe. But I've noticed a difference in like my energy and ability to have more stamina, stuff like that, more reps. But I'm gonna go so I can take care of the business I need to attend to. And I hope you're having a great start to your week and get some sun today. And I love you guys and thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.